He ended up having a
First five
really,
threes,
really
17
great
points.
game,
What did they
leading
do
our team
differently against
defensively,
him,
offensively,
from
and
that
Brad.
point
You know,
on?
we
Just
can
ain't
talk
acting
about Brad.
right.
The guy is,
They're very
like I
physical.
keep
They
saying,
were very
Just ain't
physical.
acting right.
I see it
The refs were allowing
every
them
night,
to
every
hold and
practice. He's
grab
one of
and
the best two-way players
do
in
all
the
those
league.
things. So
He deserves a lot of credit.
I think
Sometimes she's stubborn.
What
if
makes
anything,
him
in that
different
third
from
quarter, I
Brad?
might
Like
have
having
to
a
go
sister,
back
they
to
gonna be
6
stubborn
times.
whatever it is to allow him to have.
I'm not the one that likes
hitting.
hitting the ground.
Well, he hasn't shot the ball well.
So
It
I
hasn't
think
affected him in the last two games. Our last
It gotta
game
be
of
called
defending,
differently.
and he did a good job
Well,
defending
Wizards
last
are
game.
That's the reason why we lost.
on their home
Defensively,
floor.
like I said, he's one of the
Yeah, we
best
can't have that on the road.
defenders in the league.
I can't allow it to be held and grabbed every pin down, every screen, and I don't even shoot one free throw. Like, I play the same way each and every night. So I mean, that has to change. They also paid a lot more attention to me. I mean, they didn't allow me to get any open looks after, I guess, the first or a little bit of the second quarter. And as a team, we got to do a better job of figuring that out and taking advantage of what they're doing to us.
Isaiah, Mark D'Amico, Celtics.com in the back left. What can you guys do to produce a more balanced offensive attack?
We got to be confident. For whatever reason, there was guys with their heads down after missing a few shots. Like, if we're getting the right shots and you're missing, just continue to shoot. We have to remain confident. I mean, only thing they did was take care of business at home like we did. I mean, it's a series now. It's back to 0-0. So we just got to remain confident, keep shooting with confidence, and don't allow them to go on 22 overruns, 26 overruns. Like, any team get hit with that, you're most likely going to lose.
Isaiah, in the first half, they posted you up a lot on the defensive end. Does that change your defensive mindset, or do you just keep playing?
No, I just keep playing. I mean, they're definitely, teams are going to try to do that. But, I mean, as long as I hold my ground, and if you shoot over me, just good shot. I mean, it's a low percentage shot. So I'm just going to keep fighting. If they're going to allow them to be aggressive on me and physical on me, they should allow me to do the same thing back. And I felt like today I wanted to be physical on the defensive end, and then I was called for some cheap ones. But there's no excuse. You got to just figure it out.
Steve Belpet, Boston Herald. Isaiah, no doubt they played tough defense in that stretch in the third quarter, but what happened with you guys? Did you guys, your minds in the wrong place for that stretch there?
We just turned the ball over. We turned the ball over. We didn't. And then they got a few offensive rebounds where they were kick-out threes. Like, those kill you. And that's what happened in the third quarter. I mean, they, for the most part, got the ball and got out in transition. And when they get out in transition, they're a tough team to beat. And for that first half, we held them in check when it came to getting out in transition and making them play in the half court.
Joseph Pavone, CLNS Media. Isaiah, what's the best way to go about getting those calls, and how are you going to approach Game 5 to make sure that you're actually getting those calls from the referees?
I mean, no matter what, I got to play the same way. So whether I'm getting calls or not, I got to be in attack mode. I got to be aggressive to get in the paint to make things happen, not just for myself but for my teammates. But I got to put it on the refs to call it. So I'm going to keep attacking and keep being myself, no matter if they're calling it or not. But it does get a little frustrating when you continue to play the same way and there's nothing being called.
Adam Himmelsbach with the Boston Globe. During those runs, Jay was saying how the half-court defense, you guys feel like you can match up with them pretty well, but once they get in transition, it's causing problems. How can you guys avoid that and not turn it over, and then when they do go on these runs, stop them before they become just so excessive? We just,
For the most part, we got to, like you said, we can't turn the ball over because that makes it easy for them to get out in transition, but we also got to take good shots. And I think if we do that's half the battle in stopping them in transition. But once they got going, I mean, that's like us getting going in the garden. It's hard to stop. And we wasn't making shots. We felt like we got the shots we wanted, but they just wasn't falling. And they got in their run. They got a few and ones as well, and the momentum was definitely on their side.
Isaiah, to your right, Sharp Blakely, Comcast Sportsnet. Yeah, you touched on it earlier about just guys not seeming as confident with their shots tonight. what can you do to reverse that? Because you guys are getting a lot of open looks, the kind of shots that you guys are, ideally when you call a play, you want to get those shots.
You got to step into it and shoot it like you made 3 in a row. Like, this is not the time to be shook. This is not the time to shy away from the opportunity. It's the time to take advantage of it. So if you're open, we're expecting you to make it. We're expecting you to take that shot with confidence because we believe in our teammates. And we got to do that. I think we're second-guessing ourselves on a lot of shots because they may be so wide open, but you gotta knock them down. You gotta lock in and knock them down. And I think if we do that, that would take away some of our problems.
Isaiah, how's your mouth? And also, do you think you're getting those calls in Boston but not here in DC? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, my mouth is what it is. Like, it's not gonna get any better. But yeah, I wasn't getting anything here. They were allowing them to be very physical with me, coming off ball screens, coming off pin downs. And all I'm saying is I felt like when I tried to be physical with them on the other end, there were fouls. And when guys went to the hole and maybe got hit a little bit on layups, there were fouls. And then when we went to the hole, especially myself, I'm hitting the ground and there's no calls. And like I said, I'm not blaming that on why we lost. Like 26-0 run in the playoffs, that's the reason why we lost. But the calls should definitely be a little more even as to in the season where I might have been top 5 in free throws, attempts, and makes. And I play the same way each and every night.
Well, Isaiah Thomas doubled and tripled down on